Hello student, this is Ruhi Khan and I am going to give you about the information related to the Nagaland judiciary. Recently, Guwahati High Court has issued the notification and the vacancy is for Nagaland Judicial Services Grade 3. So we are going to discuss about how you can crack this examination. We know that the examination is of 3 stages, one that is prelims and then mains and then interview. Now coming to the first stage, that is for the prelim, I am going to discuss with it what are the important subjects to be prepared for this examination and what kind of subjects are to be required as a focus subjects. That's it. Now coming to the first point, that what are the questions and subjects are there. When we talk about Nagaland Judiciary Grade 3 examination, there are total 11 subjects. Now number first, that is some question are asked from the English. English means to say we will discuss after this subject discussion about how this pattern is asked. GK, there are some questions which are coming from the GK. GK means general knowledge, which is based on the static information from history, from geography, from economics, from polity, as well as present current affairs. Now aptitude, this is called, you can say, the legal, the reasoning aptitude. So there are some questions which are coming from reasoning. Now another important subject, that is Constitution of India. Remember student, the Constitution of India, which is actually the grand norm for us, most of the question in the Nagaland judiciary are focused toward this subject, that is Constitution of India. Now we also have the question from CPC, that is called Civil Procedure Code 1908. Next one, that is CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code 1973. Next question, next subject, that is TPA, which means Transfer of Property Act 1882. Other subject is, that is Indian Contract Act, which is Indian Contract Act 1872. The next subject would be IPC, which is Indian Penal Code 1860. Now next important subject is Indian Evidence Act. So Indian Evidence Act के बाद last subject is Law of Torts. Remember student, this is actually the law of tort which gives the separate strategy to be followed in the Nagaland, because usually most of the commission not ask the question in the prelims from law of torts, but this examination in the Nagaland judiciary, it is a focus subject because most of the questions are asked from law of torts too. If we compare all these subjects, we realize is that how many total subjects are there. So total subjects are 11. When we talk about 11 subjects, it means what are the focus subjects? Constitution of India, CPC, CRPC, TPA, Indian Contract, Evidence. Another question come, which is the subject which we need to focus only less? The answer is there is no subjects जिस पे आपको कम preparation करनी. Reason being, there are very limited subjects and as well as the law subjects are all, or they are as a major subject. So when we talk about the major subject, of course we need to understand major subject को आप short pick and choose नहीं कर सकते. You need to go thoroughly to this subject. Now when we say about how these questions are asked, what is the pattern for this examination in the Guwahati High Court, which simply says that there will be 100 questions. There will be total marks 100, total questions 100, no minus marking. It means there are 100 questions, 100 marks, और जिसमें कि आपको subjects कितने हैं? 11 subjects. So most preferably you can say 10 subjects, because reasoning aptitude is something which is not to be studied in a different pattern way. ये जो आपके subjects हैं, इन subject में question ये आता है how these questions are usually asked. So here I am taking the example of one previous year question paper, that is of 2018. In the Nagaland judiciary, we have taken one instance of this 2018 question paper. Please remember student, when I am focusing this, then we realize is that duration is for 2 hours, marks is for 100. Now when we talk about the questions, which says simply how the questions are asked. So these are the basically questions which are coming from English. Just focus on the question. What is the ask here? Meaning of eloquence, which simply says that it is a question which is coming from vocabulary section. Similarly, question number 2, which talks about meaning of condonation, which is also a part of the vocabulary in the English. Now, next question is, what is the meaning of dorsal? So, if you are trying to understand, you will feel like in the Nagaland judiciary, most of the questions from English are just asking about, are you stronger in the vocabulary section or not? Next question is, what is the meaning of homicide? And what is the meaning of verso? What is the meaning of credence? Which is very simple questions. So, if you want to have the command over this part of the question paper, you just need to make the strengthen of your vocabulary. No questions from grammar is usually asked, no direct and indirect questions, no active passive voice. Simply, this is vocabulary section. So, when you are going to start the preparation for Nagaland judiciary, start with it that in English, if you are getting these 6 questions, so over total there are 6 questions are asked from English, right? So, these 6 questions are coming from vocabulary part. So, nothing more than this. Coming for the law section, we are starting with question number 7. Question number 7 is starting from Civil Procedure Code, which simply says, what is the year of the Civil Procedure Code, which simply is the answer is about 1908. The very basic question, not the tough question for you. Next question is that, this is question. I hope that you understand Nagaland Judicial Services rules is not from CPC, not from law subject, but actually if we remember when we talk about GKGS, so they want to ask the question of static which is coming from Nagaland. So they expect if you are going to become the judge in the Nagaland state, you need to know some basic information of Nagaland. So जब आप सिलेबस देखोगे तो आपको वहाँ सिलेबस में ये नहीं मिलेगा कि GKGS is coming from the Nagaland state only, but most important fact is that in the preparation of Nagaland judiciary means which is coming from Guwahati High Court, आपको Nagaland की GKGS देखनी पड़ेगी, because if you look at the screen you can realize here that what are the important legislations which are especially applicable to the Nagaland only. So Nagaland Hill district was formed. The state of Nagaland was formed in the year of the state under which act? These are the questions. So there are 3 questions which although that are part of the GK, but not just GK, but actually coming from the Nagaland GK. So the student need to be very careful that you don't need to be study the common GK only. You need to focus on the state specific GKGS. Coming to the next question that I am discussing with, who is the Chief Justice of India? Who is Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court? Once again, this is Guwahati High Court question is asked. Then, what is the Managing Director of the Executive, the ICICI means? Simply, these are the questions from GKGS. GK plus current affairs. Again, then the question is asked from CPC. So, the law it is asked about CPC. Then once again you are coming to the other point of article which is asking from Constitution of India, read with CPC. So under which provision of the Supreme Court of India has the jurisdiction to entertain original suit? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया के पास ओरिजिनली सिविल सूट को एंटरटेन करने की पावर कहाँ से मिली हुई है. सो आप देखोगे वेदर इट इज सेक्शन 9 ऑफ सीपीसी, सेक्शन 24 ऑफ सीपीसी, 136 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया और आर्टिकल 131. सो इट्स अ मिक्सअप ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एज वेल सीपीसी. नेक्स्ट वन वी आर गोइंग फॉर दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ये सारे क्वेश्चन आपको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के मिले हुए, देन वंस अगेन सीपीसी. तो आप ये चीज़ भी फोकस रखोगे कि नागालैंड जुडिशरी में आपको सीरीज में क्वेश्चंस नहीं मिलते. हो सकता है देयर आर द मिक्सअप ऑफ सिविल प्रोसीजर कोड, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, वंस अगेन सीआरपीसी, वंस अगेन आईपीसी, तो मिक्सअप होगा. बट जनरली जो अभी आपको क्वेश्चंस मिल रहे हैं वो दे आर कमिंग फ्रॉम सीपीसी. ये सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको सीपीसी से मिल रहे हैं. दिस क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट जस्ट बेयरक बेस्ड. रिमेंबर स्टूडेंट, यहाँ पर आपको डायरेक्ट बेयरक बेस्ड क्वेश्चन नहीं मिल रहे हैं. दे आर आस्किंग अबाउट द कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी टू, बिकॉज एज यू कैन फोकस, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन द स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन. पावर ऑफ द कोर्ट रिकॉर्ड द रिमार्क अंडर सीपीसी. क्या सीपीसी में डिमीनर्स रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं? दिस इज द क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली. इफ इट इज, अंडर विच प्रोविजन? दिस इज एक्चुअली आस्क्ड. So this is actually standard question that I am trying to say. नाउ डिफेमेशन के सूट में आप डैमेज क्लेम करोगे, मैक्सिम क्या है, ऑडी अल्ट्रम पार्टम व्हाट इट मीन्स, देन द कॉग्निजेबल ऑफेंस. नाउ वी आर स्टार्टिंग विद द सीआरपीसी. तो अभी आपको 23 जो क्वेश्चन आपने ऊपर देखे वो आपने देखे जीके प्लस सीपीसी. So I hope you understand that there is a good weightage of the CPC subject. Now coming to this CRPC, you are getting these questions like CRPC. These are the questions from CRPC, and yes, there are the much more questions from CRPC also. And then we are going for this other kind of question. ये सारे आपको CRPC से questions मिल रहे हैं. And the nature of question is moderate, not easy, not tough. तो ये भी आप देख सकते हो. Then we all are going to this. So till question number 37 we are getting CRPC questions. So when we ended with 24 से हमने एंड किया था, देन वी गेट फ्रॉम 37. सो आउट ऑफ यू कैन से सीआरपीसी को भी आपको ऑल अराउंड 10 to 11 क्वेश्चंस मिलेंगे. सीपीसी में भी आपको ऑन एन एवरेज 10 क्वेश्चंस मिल रहे थे यहाँ पर. अब आपको एक सब्जेक्ट और फोकस करना है, दैट इज ट्रांसफर ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट. रिमेंबर स्टूडेंट, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट ट्रांसफर ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट, इट इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस इन द प्रीलिम. So we are getting these questions. The question are the standard as well as with having conceptual clarity. It defines what is the meaning of immovable property. These are the question which is illustration based. A transfers rupees 5,000 to B on a condition that he shall marry with the consent of C, D and E, and this one dies, what will be the effect? So this is actually the problem taken out from the legal provision of TPM. So these are also the problem which are coming from the illustration of the Bayer Act. Then these are the questions. So we are going toward these questions. And 106 Transfer of Property Act, which talks about lease, exchange, and then so we reach to 50. I hope you understand. It means 37 to 50. Once again we are having 10 plus questions from TPA. Remember student, it means TPA is also having a weightage in the Nagaland judiciary. Coming to the next point, we are going forward, which is that display of, यहाँ से आपको Indian contract के question मिल रहे हैं. As I told you, Indian Contract Act is also a subject in the Nagaland judiciary. We are having these questions. These are questions coming from the problem based question, coming from the conceptual clarity. Not just from the illustration, but actually it requires your conceptual clarity. So these are the questions which are coming from Indian contract. Then we are having these questions from the Constitution of India, and these are starting with 58, question number 58. So all around 8 to 9 questions it is coming from Indian contract. Now these are the questions which are coming from Constitution of India. All these questions are coming from Constitution of India. And now we are coming to IPC. So we are coming to IPC. Constitution में भी all around आपको 10 plus question मिल जाते हैं. 10 plus या कभी कभी if you have 8 questions, 9 questions, that it is. Now we are having IPC. IPC में आप if you can observe the standard of question, you feel like कि IPC में भी देखिए Bayer Act based questions नहीं है. So it means that in the Nagaland judiciary, it is expected from the student that you should know what is the definition of theft. You should know what is the definition of culpable homicide. What are the essentials? When you know the essentials of a particular offense, then you will be easily have the opportunity to crack the answer, will take to the correct answer. So these are the questions that I am coming from. The sudden provocation in respect of lien. Okay, these are the questions. The shareholders of a company registered under the Companies Act. यहाँ पर मैं आपको एक चीज़ थोड़ा दिखाना चाह रही थी कि ये क्वेश्चन कंपनीज एक्ट का है, बट एक्चुअली इट इज़ नॉट कमिंग फ्रॉम कंपनीज. दे आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू नो दैट डू यू अवेयर ऑफ द टॉर्ट लॉ, क्या इस पर टॉर्ट अप्लाई होगा, दैट इज एक्चुअली द क्वेश्चन. सो यू डोंट नीड टू बी कंफ्यूज कि मैम ये तो सिलेबस में नहीं है कंपनीज एक्ट, बट स्टिल द क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड. तो माय आंसर इज दैट एक्चुअली द क्वेश्चन इज ऑफ some modification is there, some kind of not directly a question is asked, but actually this question is coming from tort law. Okay, these are the questions coming from tort law, negligence, right? And then we have consent, we have this kind of questions. Now when we talk about this question, a member of state legislative assembly asks some questions in the house regarding some judgments by the Supreme Court, the member is. So it is actually asking you about that whether it is a contempt of court or not. These are the questions from tort, ubi jus, ibi remedium, a very well known maxim under the tort law. Coming for the next question, these are coming from the Indian Evidence Act. So it's question number 88, so they are starting with Indian Evidence Act. We are having confession, we are having secondary evidence, we are having the question from the section 102 of Indian Evidence, accomplish, legal advisor, leading questions, and then this question is from the constitution, that is Keshwanand Bharti. So as I told you, there should not be required to be a series of the subject कि आपको लगातार 10 क्वेश्चन कॉन्स्टी के मिलेंगे फिर कंटिन्यूसली सीपीसी सीआरपीसी. इट मे बी मिक्स अप ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन, सो यू नीड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. यहाँ पर आपको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से क्वेश्चन मिला है एंड देन दिस इज सीपीसी लास्ट वन एंड देन दिस इज अ टीपीए क्वेश्चन. Okay, and now this is a question that is from contract. So actually the last 5 questions are the mix up of the questions which are early asked. So as I'm just going to focus on what are the kind of questions are usually asked in the examination. In brief, I would say if you are appearing for the Nagaland judiciary, first when you know that these are the particular subjects that we need to focus. Remember student, there are no subject which you are going to avoid because there are only 11 subjects and 10 questions means 10 into 10 is equal to 100. So on an average आपको हर subjects पे 10 questions ही आने हैं. If there is some subject in which 8 question is asked, तो might be possible other subject 12 sub questions are asked. So overall, all these subjects are important. You need to understand. You don't need to avoid any particular subjects, right? And one more thing is that there are generally BERAC based questions are not asked. So avoid just cramming and learning the BERAC section. Just try to understand and focus what is the meaning, what is the concept behind this law. This is the video on how to crack your prelims of Nagaland Judiciary. Thanks for watching this video.